You know, my brothers, you know, we've all gotten into it with one another, with other people, you know, and it's always been, no matter what, you still have respect for that person. There are plenty of people who I disagree with things that they do, they say, but you know, I still respect you, and that's just because that's how I was brought up. And I find that the people who, you know, weren't really brought up like that, those are the ones who are being disrespectful. Like me, I say yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir, you know, to all my elders. You know, like that's what I do. Now, when I was younger, it was more, you know, I was humiliated by it, you know, because I'm the only kid in my classes. Yes ma'am. No sir.
But you understand the value of that now.
Exactly. Like now, you know, and I tell my mom, like, you know, I'm thankful for that. Like, you know, and then it's like, even just like with my auntie, you know, how she raises her kids, you know, and her son, he's in high school, and he doesn't say yes ma'am to her. He doesn't say no ma'am to her. She'll ask him, she be like, you know, can you come here? And he'd be like, yeah, or hold on. Ain't no way I'd be able to say that.
Ain't no way. Everything
or what? You know, like, she has to, hey, you know, like, I would say, you know, my mom like Chris, and say, I'm 20, and she will, even when I'm texting her, I will say, yes ma'am.
It'll be on the news.
Exactly, you know.
Tragic child killing.
Exactly, you know, and I value my life, you know. So, yeah. But I mean, I feel like, you know, it's more of those parents. My auntie was the type of parent, she had kids when she was younger, you know, she still wanted to be, you know, out there doing, you know, what young people do, you know, and I feel like with her, like, you know, I think that was the source right there. Like, you know, when you have a kid and you're 16, 17, 18 years old, you know, your mindset changes over the years, you know. You get girls who, you know, they're like, okay, well, you know, I have a family, this is what I'm doing, this is your mindset right now. But when you're 21, 22 years old, you know, 23, and your friends are like, oh, let's go to the club, you know, that's when you get the parents who are like, okay, well, hey, watch your baby sister, you know, or watch your baby brother, you know.
That's how problems start.
Exactly.
That's how people come in the back door, the window,
exactly,
and run out when the parents come home.
Exactly. And I remember my advisor used to say, you know, if you don't raise your kids, somebody else will. Whether that be BET, whether that be the streets, MTV, whatever. You know, and a lot of people, you see them, they go out and they act just like what they see on TV. You know, and that's been problems, you know, for years.
From the time they had TV and motion pictures.
Exactly. So, you know, because I remember coming up, that's how it was.
There's no doubt about that. What about, there's one last area that I think is just compelling, and that has to do with how we see the idea of race today in general, and also how we see interracial relations, intimate relations. When I was a kid, again, 60s, 70s, and 80s, 60s, 70s, 80s, it was not unusual. It was unusual sometimes to see an interracial couple. You know, you might be one or two in the neighborhood, or you see them in public or whatever. But generally speaking, the interracial couple was the black man and white woman. And I have lived long enough to see that completely flip. Where when I was a kid, the biracial children had a white mother, the children, this is the odd part, the couple, the married couple would be black man, white woman. But the child of an biracial couple, or liaison, whatever you want to call it, frequently was black woman, white man. And that had to do with the insurance man, the bill collector, or whomever, you know, who would sleep with the black woman, baby, blah, blah, blah. Now, I see black women marrying white men, and illegitimate biracial children being born by white women by black fathers. It's completely flipped in my short lifetime. I never thought I would see that happen. It's not like I sat around and ruminated about it. You know, what if this is ever going to change? There was nothing, but I have seen that. Members of my family who, men in my family who marry white women, have children, and so they're biracial children, have a white mother, black father. But when I was a kid, again, it was totally different. It's flipped around, and I don't know what that says about the generations. We become more accepting, more tolerant. That the parents and family of the young white woman is more accepting of a black male now, or what? that resonate with any of you? I know you don't remember the other part, but what do you think about particularly the women? What do you think about, and obviously an increasing trend of black women dating and marrying white men?
Do you have, you wanna go? Okay, this is, wow. I remember watching TV one day, and there was a black woman, and she was married to a black man, but she wanted to be a white woman. Like, she had the blonde hair, she did the blue contacts and everything, and it was like to the point where she had an affair with a white man, and it really got to me. Like, why do you want to change your identity so much? This is how I feel. You love who you love. You like who you like. If you are black and you want to be with a white person, go for it. Because it, like,
But why did it get you? You said it got you. Why did it get you?
Because growing up in elementary, my skin got darker. But growing up in elementary, my skin was lighter. I got bullied by all the little black kids because they thought I was white. Middle school came, got bullied by all the little white kids because I was black. And I went to a white school, so I'm the only colored person in there. And it really got to me because I'm like, why does it matter what my skin is? Or why does it matter if I'm black, white, Asian, Hispanic? Why does that matter? It shouldn't matter to me. If you feel like, if you're a black woman and you want to marry a white man, go for it. If you're a white woman and you want to marry a black man, go for it. That's just how I feel. Why did it ever have to be, okay, so what if we went into, if y'all had the slavery times, that was the past. Don't let the past affect you. Let what you want to be in the future affect you. And people go off of that. Oh, I don't like white people because we were slaves. Those were those people. All white people aren't like that.
Great.
My grandfather is white, and I love him. I love my white side of the family. I love my black side.